Today you're going to hear from Sheriff Jim Fryhoff, followed by District Attorney Eric Nazarenko. To lead us off today will be Sheriff Fryhoff.
Thank you and good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm joined up front here with our District Attorney, Eric Nazarenko, Tracy Dockery, who is the Supervising Special Agent from the FBI, and the Thousand Oaks Police Chief, Jeremy Paris. Our victim in this case is Monica Leech. She was 39 years old at the time of her murder. The arrestee in this case is Kevin Ray James, who's 55 years old and a resident of San Bernardino. On April 28th, 1997, at approximately 10:15 in the morning, two male subjects entered the Western Financial Bank located at 2920 East Thousand Oaks Boulevard in the city of Thousand Oaks and committed a robbery. The bank robbers were disguised as construction workers, wearing raincoats, hard hats, and pantyhose-type stocking over their faces. One of the bank robbers jumped over the counter and began demanding money. 4 bank employees were working inside the bank at the time of the robbery. One of those bank employees was Monica Leech, who was working as the teller that day. 3 of the bank employees, which included Monica, were forced into the vault room, and they were forced to unlock and open the bank safe. At some point during the robbery, 2 bank employees, including Monica, were handcuffed by one of the suspects. During the commission of the robbery, one of the bank robbers shot Monica in the back of the head. Unfortunately, Monica died as a result of that gunshot injury. Monica was cooperative and not a threat to the bank robbers, so investigators don't understand why she had to be shot. After the gunshot was fired, both bank robbers exited the bank and fled the area in an SUV. The bank robbers left the bank with just over $11,000 in cash. An autopsy performed on Monica's body, and the medical examiner determined Monica's cause of death was gunshot wound to the head, and the declared manner of death was homicide. Investigators from the Sheriff's Major Crimes Bureau and the FBI responded to the scene and investigated this case. Detectives investigated this case diligently and relentlessly for many years, but there was not enough evidence at that time to bring the suspect to justice, and the case eventually went cold. In March of 2021, investigators from the Sheriff's Cold Case Unit reopened the case and conducted further investigation. The FBI also offered a $30,000 reward for anyone with information that may assist in this investigation. During the investigation, detectives obtained further evidence. Advances in DNA testing made it possible to reevaluate evidence for laboratory analysis, linking Kevin James to Monica's murder. On the morning of March 9th, 2023, investigators from the Ventura County Sheriff's Office arrested and charged Kevin James with 1 count of murder. James was arrested without incidents at his residence in the city of San Bernardino. James was then transported and booked to the Ventura County Sheriff's pretrial detention facility. James is currently being held in custody in Ventura County Jail without bail. Of note, the very first responding officer to this call was my Undersheriff John Riley. When I talked to him about this case the other day, he said the first time that he ever cried at work was this, when the family showed up asking for their mom. He had been on patrol for only 18 months. Kevin Ray James, the resident of San Bernardino, originally from the Los Angeles area, and was a gang member at that time of the robbery. Before I pass the microphone over to our District Attorney, Eric Nazarenko, I'd like to thank the agencies involved in this case: the Ventura County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Bureau, the Cold Case Unit, our Forensic Services Bureau, the Ventura County DA Investigators Bureau, the FBI. The Cold Case Unit is comprised of major crimes investigators from both the Sheriff's Office and the District Attorney's Office, who collectively review and investigate unsolved homicide cases. There is still a $30,000 reward from the FBI with information on this case and the outstanding suspect in this case. There's also a $1,000 reward offered from Crime Stoppers. I'd like to now introduce our District Attorney, Eric Nazarenko.
Thank you very much, Sheriff Fryhoff. Monica Leech was taken from the bank floor to the bank vault forced to go on her knees, and shot in the back of the head at close range. This was a senseless, unprovoked, and vicious murder. Now, after nearly 26 years, the man who is alleged to have committed it has been arrested, apprehended, and charged with first-degree murder in the commission of a robbery. I'd like to take a few moments to talk about Monica Leech. She grew up here in Ventura County, in the agricultural community of Somas, a proud graduate of Rio Mesa High School. She also came from a banking family. Her mom was in the banking industry for many years. She had only been at Western Financial Bank for a few months before her murder. She liked needlepoint. She enjoyed taking walks in the morning. She was a beloved wife, daughter, and mother. She helped to raise 4 children at the time of her murder. We have charged Kevin James with first-degree murder in the commission of a robbery. He is also charged with using a firearm in the commission of the offense. As we all know, 2 men entered Western Financial Bank, and today we have arrested and apprehended and charged only 1. As Sheriff Freihoff has mentioned, we want the public's help to bring the second perpetrator to justice. I too want to thank Sheriff Freihoff, the District Attorney's Bureau of Investigation, the City of Thousand Oaks, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Together, we have brought Kevin James to justice. Sheriff Freihoff and I will now answer a few questions.
How did you link this individual to the DNA? I'm assuming it was in your database, but how did you find him? And also, was a gun ever found?
Due to advances in DNA technology, specifically the ability to amplify and isolate DNA, we were able to go ahead and link crime scene evidence to Mr. James. With respect to the firearm, I'm not at liberty to discuss that at this time.
And he did have a DNA, his DNA was on file in California already?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that issue, but I can say that due to advances in DNA technology, we were able to isolate and amplify DNA found at the crime scene, namely the bank.
And this individual is not saying who pulled the trigger, I'm assuming.
We do not speak to the comments of defendants. It would not be appropriate to do so at this juncture.
Is that bank still in business?
It is not.
Kathleen, did you have a question?
How recent were these advances in DNA technology? We've been hearing about them for years.
The last couple of years, Kathleen.
Could you talk about what the suspect has been doing all these years with his life?
The information that we're willing to share at this point is that he is currently unemployed.
Do you know if he's disabled? I've been told that.
We do not have any information with respect to that. He was in the community of San Bernardino when he was arrested. He's age 55, and in terms of his employment, we don't have any status on that right now.
Did he live alone? Or?
Not at liberty to discuss who he lived with.
Are you sure he's the one that pulled the trigger?
As you can tell from the criminal complaint filed yesterday in Ventura County Superior Court, we allege first-degree murder in the commission of a robbery, and we also alleged in the criminal document that at the time of the murder, a firearm was used, and it is alleged that the firearm was used by Kevin James. Thank you all very much.
Thank you all for coming today. That concludes our press conference. There'll be a press release coming out in about an hour that will have the information covered today.